Alright folks, Pitching Ace 88, and we are back. And this has been a topic that I've kind of sprinkled around a little bit in live streams, and something that I've kind of danced around, and I've talked a little bit about in live streams as well. But today, we're finally going to be making a video about OG status in Fortnite, and more specifically, my opinion on it.
Guess they have these in the shop again? So they're gonna keep these in the shop for as long as they can so they can keep on making money. Good one.
No! 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 Rest in peace! No! The OG players are gonna, they're crying right now, dude.
My rare skin, no!
And that's also what I want to make very, very clear. This is my opinion on the topic, so if you disagree, let me know why you disagree in the comments below. I'd actually like to spark up some discussion, but please just try to keep it civilized. I don't want to bring any negativity if I can. But overall, in my opinion, I just don't see OG status as a very important part of Fortnite. Now, obviously some people are going to disagree, but I just think that for a lot of reasons, it's harming the game more than it's helping. Now, iTalk actually made a pretty good video about this issue and brought up a lot of very good points, along with providing some examples of how people like OG quote-unquote players act. And I say quote-unquote OG players because this game's not even been around for 2 years, so I don't think it's fair to call anybody in this game an OG. I mean, like, I've been stacking plastic cups for 10 years of my life, and I don't call myself an OG cup stacker, I just call myself a cup stacker, you know? Another big part of this is the overvaluing of skins in Fortnite. People put way too much dependency on the skin that they're wearing, not realizing that in the own keywords from Fortnite themselves, it says that it doesn't make any difference or effect to the game. And I still very much stand by that point. Now, others have tried to argue this point with the fact that if somebody else is wearing an older skin, it kind of gives them a basis of their actual skill levels. For example, before the Skull Trooper came out, or for like the Gold Trooper or codename Elf now, it means that they've been playing for a long time and know what they're doing. But I can say from hand-on-hand experience, that's just not true. I've seen Season 2 players who are still very, very under level to a lot of players even starting up in Season 6. Skill level is not defined by the skin you're wearing. And in some ways, this might sound kind of odd, but in some ways it might actually sound a little bit racist to define somebody's skill level by the skin they're wearing. I mean, we saw it with defaults. You know, we saw a lot of like OG defaults, you know, who've been just wearing the skin since Season 1 become extremely good players, or people who've been, you've sided over to using default skins like Tfue and others, you know, become amazing players. And it's kind of, it's for some people it's actually given a bad image to defaults themselves, but like it just shows that you know, you shouldn't assume a skill level based off of the skin that they're wearing. You should assume their skill level based off of how they're playing. Now, let's get to the biggest excuse I've probably ever heard of in this entire debacle, which is the money excuse, which is that Epic Games just brings back skins for the money. Yeah, they kind of do. You know what? You're right. In fact, that's why every skin that's sold in the item shop is in the item shop. They're meant to be sold for a reason. Do they know that they're going to profit off of some skins that people have wanted for seasons and seasons? Of course. That's exactly why they bring them back. And you know what? They have every right to. It's because it's their skins. A lot of people are just act as if their skin comes back into the item shop, their lives have ended. It's really not as bad as it sounds. It's just like, you know, you should be able to play with whatever skin you want, and, you know, if the guys who are running Fortnite say, okay, well, a lot of people have requested this skin, let's bring it back, then it shouldn't be the end of the world. A lot of people blame Epic Games, you know, and call them money hungry, and say that they don't really care about their true OG fans, even after they have had OG variants previously. Now, a lot of people blame, you know, Epic Games and Fortnite for not caring about their OG fans, even after there have been alternatives for people who have had those skins previously. Now, there aren't a lot. In fact, I think the only one I know of right now is the Skull Trooper variant, the purple one. And yeah, I know, it looks gross, but who cares? Like, you know, you shouldn't act as if you're entitled to it, which is kind of leading into my next point. I don't understand why people sound as if they are entitled to these things. Nobody is entitled to a skin. No one. Like, why are you the only person allowed to have that skin in the game? If they bring it back, it's just because people have requested it and it's a good PR move. It's not because they hate you personally, it's just that they want to bring a skin back that they know everybody might want. But there shouldn't be an award for every time you've contributed to something early. That'd be like, you know, tossing money into a charity and then screaming it around your block. Like, hey, look at me, I gave money to a homeless person. There are reasons as to why people don't do that, which is that it makes you look super entitled and self-centered. But at the end of the day, people like this are really missing the point of the game, which is to win, to get the victory royale, and to just enjoy themselves, you know? So many people say that they've lost the factor of enjoyability over, you know, a couple of skins that have popped up in the item shop, which just blows my mind. I can't actually personally fathom how people could be so offended over something so incredibly small. I think it's good to talk about more of these things because, as people say, you know, communication is so important and we're not using it correctly. So let's talk a little bit about these situations, and instead of ripping each other's heads off, let's just come to a better conclusion at the end of the day. And that's where I'm going to leave this video off. I hope you guys enjoyed. I've been spending a little bit of time reading a lot of the script, and with that being said, I will see you guys later. It's pitching ACD8, over and out.